Good day, everyone. We are the researchers from ABM 12 Pacholi, and we are here today to present our proposal entitled The Impact of YouTube Content Creators as Product Endorsers on the Consumer's Buying Behavior. Let us first start with the problem and its background. Utilization of internet platforms has been significant in product endorsements, most especially amidst COVID-19 pandemic. Through the internet, people are served with information, communications, and needs. With the foregoing, the purpose of the study is to examine and assess the effects of user-generated content in YouTube videos on consumer purchase intentions, as well as looking at the relationship of brand awareness and brand image and its effectiveness in the underlying effects of e-commerce implications.
We all know that YouTube is one of the most popular video sharing platforms in the internet. As of 2021, it has 1.86 billion users all across the world. As a result, YouTube continues to expand in order to keep up with the needs of its users. With these content creators connecting with their audience on a regular basis, their influence on products and brand choices will have an impact on their audience choices too. Theoretical framework. As seen in the figure, features influencing consumers' buying behavior by Armstrong and Kotler. These characteristics are also linked to influence the consumers' buying habits that are discussed by YouTubers. Consumers' buying behavior is influenced by social, personal, and psychological factors. Conceptual frameworks. E-commerce and social media have become more popular. Through the dissemination of digital materials, businesses and brands are able to detect, analyze, and address the needs of their customers in order to profit. The relationship of YouTube advertisement and consumers' buying behavior is visualized using this conceptual paradigm.
Next, let us move on to the statement of the problem. This study aims to assess the impact of YouTube content creators as product endorsers on the buying behavior of selected consumers from Metro Manila, Quezon City. Specifically, this will seek answers to the following questions related to the profile of respondents, description of product endorsement, assessment of the respondents, and factors that affect the consumer's buying behavior.
Significance of the study. The researchers ensured that it creates and enabled to portray to benefits the content creator in YouTube, online shopping platforms, consumers, social media platform, online entrepreneurs, teachers, students, for they will be provided broad and expanded knowledge about the impact of YouTube content creator as a product endorser on the consumer buying behavior. It also seeks to provide guidance and support in doing research study related to our topic for our future researchers. For our scope and delimitation, it will cover 50 respondents around Quezon City, Metro Manila, Philippines in the year 2021. Typically, this proposed study evaluate the significant relationship of the influence of YouTube content creator in social, personal, and psychological features of consumers. However, those who do not utilize YouTube advertising platform will not be included as a respondents.
In addition to that, in order to strengthen the framework of the study, the researchers read from books, articles, journals, and studies on the involvement relating to the theme of e-commerce marketing and YouTube platform, characteristics of e-commerce consumers, utilization of YouTube content creators as product endorsers, impact of YouTube content creators, and factors that affect the consumer buying behavior.
Methodology. The researcher will be discussing the methods and procedure that will be used for this study. It will also explain the research design, respondents, sampling technique, and research instrument, as well as how the data were treated and constructed. Research design. In order to achieve the objective of this paper, the researcher used descriptive method. The descriptive method was utilized since it will collect data to deliberately depict a peculiarity, circumstance, or populance, and it also collect data that are used to answer a wide range. Respondents. The respondents in this study will be 50 consumers who are utilizing YouTube as an entertainment, information, and shopping tool. Moreover, the researchers will need 25 men and 25 women around Quezon City.
Sampling technique. In order to determine the respondents of the study, purposive sampling technique will be used. Respondents are selected based on the needs of the study. People who do not meet the purpose of the study will be rejected. Thus, only those who watch vlogs or YouTube content will be included in the study using this technique. For research instrument, it is used to gather appropriate data that is needed in the study. And survey questionnaires is an instrument that the researchers will utilize to gather appropriate data.
Survey questionnaires. A survey questionnaire will be prepared in order for the researchers to obtain the needed information, and it will only be utilized as the basis of the flow. The first part of the questionnaire will include information about the respondent, such as their age, sex, and occupation. The second part of the questionnaire will include the questions that are mainly focused on their buying behavior with the influence of different social media influencers. Lastly, the last part of the questionnaire will include the questions that are focused on how YouTubers can influence their audience's preferences. Construction and validation of instrument. In order to have a specific objective for the possible content of the survey questionnaires, the researchers went through the internet as well as different online libraries to search and read about previous documents and studies that are related to the chosen topic. Administration and retrieval of instrument and data analysis. The researchers will ask permission from their advisors to conduct the survey questionnaire through online platforms such as Messenger and Google Meet. A letter will be given to the advisors outlining the progress of the data collection.
For the data analysis, this is where all the data were gathered, calculated, and interpreted. And the researchers will utilize three statistical tools. First is frequency and percentage distribution. This will help to answer problem number 1, which is the profile of the respondents as to age, sex, and employment status. And the formula is percentage is equal to frequency divided by the number of respondents times 100. The next one is weighted mean. 4-point Likert scale will be used to determine if there is a significant difference in the respondents' assessment of the extent of impact of the YouTube content creators, product endorsement on the consumer buying behavior. 4 is the highest and 1 is the lowest.
All photos used in the presentation are retrieved from Google, and the references can be found on the last page of the research proposal. Thank you for listening to our research proposal, and God bless.